So this will be my journal 5A entry, and this one will go over so my grandfather's two tours meant nothing by Brian Gibbs. And my first, I won't say like epiphany, but like just kind of reinforcing it was when Gibbs was going over how he was going over wars with his AP students and how they didn't um, really have anything to say about whether they were justified or not. And that just reminds me that even even with those students, they hadn't really learned to think critically about the war. So it just reminds me that with my students, there's a big difference between just covering the content and then teaching them to think critically about the content. And I really need to stretch to have them think critically about that content. The second epiphany I had, which was a real epiphany, was when I was reading. Let me actually pull up the. Um, so it's the part where Gibbs talks about critical civic literacy and then critical civic agency, and it's where he basically says that he had in his unit he had taught students to think critically about wars and civic life and all of that. But then leaving the unit, the students they felt the weight of that, so we knew that they got the message there. But when it came to actually what they could personally do to make a difference, the students still didn't really know what to do. They couldn't imagine themselves making a difference like that. So going past just critical thinking about what they're learning about and then moving into practical steps of what they can do once they've got the knowledge. So that they don't just have the knowledge, they have the knowledge and the and actionable knowledge to go forward and make a difference. So the shift in thinking I had was I hadn't really thought about making students kind of uncomfortable in a good way with their learning, but Gibbs talks about basically making them feel the weight of what they're learning and that weight of what they're learning should make them feel a little uncomfortable. So if students are just leaving your class without kind of any discomfort or anything, then they haven't really dug deep and asked themselves about what they can do and what they're learning about and how it's going to impact them. So that'll be my journal entry for Module 5A. Thank you.